Welcome to the College of Engineering graduation celebration. So that all may experience the meaning and enjoyment of this important occasion, we kindly request that you silence all devices. We thank you for making this a respectful and joyful occasion. At this time, we ask that you listen to a safety announcement.
Welcome to Matthews Arena. For your safety, please take a moment to locate the exits closest to you. If an evacuation is required, please proceed calmly to the closest available exit and follow the direction of university officials and emergency personnel. If you see something, say something. Thank you, and please enjoy the event.
Would all guests please rise as you are able, and please remain standing until you are asked to be seated. The Dean of the College of Engineering, Gregory A. Bowd, will now lead the academic procession.
Dave, stand up.
Don't lose your speech. Good morning, good morning. Please be seated. Welcome, class of 2023 and guests. It is my honor to be here with you to celebrate this milestone event. I'm Susan Freeman, Associate Dean, Undergraduate Education, and I know this is an exciting time for you and for us. Your families are excited also, you're gathered, and we are delighted. I want to stop for just a minute. I don't have a speech, but I have something that I really want to tell you. It's my own personal advice, all right? So here you go. I want you all to stand up again. I apologize, but please do it. Stand up, find someone near you or someone's to high five. Now don't do it yet. Oh, you're so good though. But let me tell you about a high five. So the thing about a high five, have you ever missed, you know, that whole whiff? Yeah, not good, really embarrassing. My husband was at a football game and one of those cameras came by, caught him in perpetuity missing when the Patriots won, big Patriots fan. So I'm gonna ask Candy Martell to come up here with me. Yeah, and you should, as she represents our amazing advising folks, the staff who are so amazing, and my great partner in crime. So I'm gonna teach you about getting the high five right. This is the most practical advice you're ever gonna get, okay? You ready? When you high five, focus on the elbow of the arm you're high-fiving. You will never miss. All right, are you ready? I want you to practice. Hey, you guys too. Y'all need to practice. All right, you ready? Here we go. Never fails, yeah. So, you may all then now be seated. I'll do what I'm supposed to do. Now, just remember, it's where you focus. So this is the other piece of the advice. It matters where you focus. And you focused very well. And we are incredibly delighted and proud. Now I'll get to the practical stuff, but I'm going to tell you, never fail a high five. Just think of Freeman. All right. I am also delighted to have our senior Vice Provost and Chief Inclusion Officer, Carl Reed, over here with us today. He's from the Office of the Provost joining us, and we're excited to be able to celebrate with you all here this morning. So I'd like to start by recognizing members of our graduating class who are current or former members of our military service. Please stand. Yeah. We are truly grateful for your service. Now, before we bring our graduates to the stage, I'd like to recognize those students who have received national and university awards. So as I read them, I'd like to ask the awardees to stand as their names are being announced. Each spring, Northeastern's Office of Alumni Relations recognizes 9 outstanding students from our senior class who, during their time on campus, have demonstrated a true commitment to leadership, volunteerism, academic integrity, and their Northeastern community. Congratulations to Joseph Blanchett, sorry, and Shandy Indiju. Sorry, that was the engineer in me. It said 9 and there were 2, but it's 2 from our College of Engineering, so congratulations. I'm just doing the numbers. All right. Given by Northeastern's Student Affairs Office, nominated students have impressive experience that is commensurate with the university's mission, ideas, values, and academic plan. Engineering has 18 of 100 of the Huntington 100 students. So please stand up to be recognized, our amazing Huntington 100s. Here we go. Barka Babashar, Gillian Adia, Lydia Bird, Austin Birmingham, Emma Kayan, Annabelle DeVault, Aditya Santosh Gopal, Nathaniel Hansen, Jason Denoncourt, Yusuf Khan, Benjamin Lanava, Namoma Adortefo, Thando Ray, Michael Shen, Alex Storer, Garrett Strange, Madeline Zhu, and Ki Wen. Yeah. I'd now like to recognize and please stand the students who have maintained a perfect 4.0 GPA and are graduating this May. Hey, this is amazing. I didn't do it. So for these students who maintained a perfect 4.0 GPA through their undergraduate studies, please stand. Samantha Hinton, Michael Moorer, Samuel Koblensky, Amanya Palkavia, Michael Stem, Ian Burwell, Sophia Bailey, Dylan Cohen, Jonathan Tan, Perry Camo, Anna LeClaire, Micah Weston, Alec Bacon, and Dylan Block. Yeah. We have the most amazing students. Finally, please stand if you're a member of one of our engineering academic honor societies, Tau Beta Pi, Omega Chi Epsilon, Eta Kappa Nu, Pi Tau Sigma, or Alpha Pi Mu. And let's give them a hand. And keep applauding for our award winners, because they're more than we even recognize. Let's go, yeah, for those awards. All right, so now I have the pleasure of introducing the Dean of the College of Engineering and Professor of Electrical and Computer Engineering, Dr. Gregory D. Abaud. Internationally renowned and highly cited scientist, Dr. Abaud is well known for his contributions in the general area of human-computer interaction and specifically for his groundbreaking research in ubiquitous computing. Prior to joining Northeastern in March 2021, Dean Abaud was faculty in the College of Computing at the Georgia Institute of Technology for over 26 years. He is a fellow of the Association of Computing Machinery, a member of the ACM-CHI, but Academy, and recipient of the ACM Eugene Lawler Humanitarian Award for his woman. Wow, if you're gonna make a faux pas for his amazing wife, but for his work in autism and technology. This year, Dean Abaud was given a Lifetime Achievement Award for research by the ACM SIGI community. Dean Abaud received a BS in Honors Mathematics from the University of Notre Dame. He then attended the University of Oxford on a Rhodes Scholarship, earning a Master of Science and Doctor of Philosophy in Computation. Yeah, huh? It is my pleasure to introduce Dean Abaud.
So Dean Freeman talked about dedication. Let me tell you a little bit about dedication. This year, she left Boston and started our undergraduate engineering program in London. She flew back yesterday to be here to celebrate with you. However, I walked from Fenway this morning. So that gets a little yeah, exactly. So good morning and welcome to the College of Engineering undergraduate graduation celebration. Today, it is my distinct honor and privilege to congratulate the roughly 900 engineering graduates for satisfying all requirements for the Bachelor of Science degree. I also want to join you in celebrating with your parents, family members, and friends whose support and sacrifices helped you throughout your years at Northeastern. Please take time to join me in thanking all of these people, because without that support, we would not be here today to celebrate. Finally, I would like you all to join me in thanking the people who make the College of Engineering the great place that it is. Would all of our faculty, staff, department chairs, and assistant and associate deans for the college please rise? Thank you all from the bottom of our hearts. It's been a long journey, one that's not always been easy. You've had to overcome significant obstacles. The curriculum in all of our engineering disciplines here at Northeastern, it's demanding. We've set high standards, with each student expected to not only master rigorous fundamental engineering principles, but also to be able to apply such principles to design creative solutions to real-world problems, whether through classwork, co-op experiences, research, clubs, or significant capstone design projects. Graduating as a Northeastern engineer is quite an accomplishment, and you and your loved ones should be very proud. The class of 2023, sure. The class of 2023 is an outstanding group and has many accomplishments we want to herald. Here is just a sample of those amazing things you've done. You won the top honor at NASA's Breakthrough Innovation and Game-Changing, or Big Idea Challenge, for your Cobra snake-like inspired robot, which will expand NASA's lunar and Martian exploration kits. One of you became the top goaltender in NCAA women's ice hockey while also pursuing 2 co-ops and being a member of a professional society. Can we say bean pot? You were recognized as Boston Inno's 25 Under 25 for launching the Boston Innovation Hub, a network linking more than 300 students in the Boston area. Okay, there's a list of them. You traveled to Antarctica on co-op, conducting research by directly interacting with a colony of Adelie penguins. Yeah, that gets an awe. Aw. You were the first author of a journal paper that was not only published in the journal Cells and Development, but the research image was selected for the journal's front cover page. You traveled to Ghana, West Africa, as part of the Innovators for Global Health Student Club to identify medical device needs. And while there, you also attended Northeastern's Global Leadership Summit. And finally, you all adapted and overcame the unprecedented, a global pandemic that literally changed our world. Such achievements I feel like I'm giving a State of the Union address, you know, and everyone's going to stand up and applaud. Half the House won't, half will. Such achievements, inside and outside of the classroom, take much more than just skills. They also require hard work, dedication, motivation, and resilience. Graduates, you have worked very hard. You've reached what you may have thought at one point to be impossible. But we're now here to celebrate your accomplishments because you made it. Now, you begin the start of the next exciting chapter of your life's journey as a Northeastern engineer. You belong to an elite group, not only as graduates from the College of Engineering at Northeastern, but also as engineers who make up less than 2% of this nation's workforce. You have the knowledge, skills, and experience to make an impact in today's complicated world, a rapidly evolving and highly technological place fraught with political and social challenges. Use your skills and experience to become leaders. Don't just follow the examples of those who lead the world today. Strive to be even better. As an independent and open-minded thinker and creative problem solver. You are transformative engineers. And transformative engineers are prepared to discover and then solve the most important complex problems of our world. I hope that the personalized experiential learning you benefited from at Northeastern has inspired a lifelong desire to continue your own personal education. While some of the details of your education may become outdated in the years to come, maybe in the year to come, the process of acquiring a set of skills and applying them appropriately in the rich context of our world will not become obsolete. Please do not forget your alma mater. Northeastern may have changed you, but you have also shaped and changed Northeastern, and you'll continue to influence this great university. Share with us your successes, which we know will be many, but also share with us your struggles, which we hope will be few. Graduates of the College of Engineering, congratulations. Now it is my pleasure to introduce your student speaker for the class of 2023, Paula Kefalinas.
Good morning, faculty members, friends, family, and fellow engineers. My name is Paula Kefalinos, and I'm excited to be here at the College of Engineering celebration for the class of 2023. After 4 years of grueling studies and unexpected challenges, I am proud to be graduating with a degree in mechanical engineering. I'd like to start by sharing a story with you from 4 years ago. At an admissions event hosted by the Mechanical and Industrial Engineering Department, I heard Professor Rifat Sipahi speak. He had this infectious energy on stage, and one phrase he said has stuck with me ever since. He said, "Engineering is a mindset. It teaches you how to think." I chose Northeastern because I wanted to learn how to think, and I can confidently say that after 4 years, the engineering mindset is one that is process-oriented, perseverant, and most importantly, one that refuses to believe that problems cannot be solved. Class of 2023, think of what we faced. Do you remember our first week of freshman year? Some of us read what the eyes don't see. Most of us attended our first Cornerstone class, and certainly all of us joined the email list of every engineering club after Fall Fest. I know my inbox had about 20 emails from clubs like SAE, AeroNU, ASME, and Concrete Canoe, all inviting me to free pizza on Wednesdays. After finishing our first semester, we started right into another. We had our first spring break, but after we returned, something was different. Campus was abuzz about a Biogen conference and something called coronavirus. A couple days later, we were dispersed, kicked off campus to go back home, live with friends, or face the uncertainty alone. It was during this time that we experienced one of the hallmarks of a Northeastern education, co-op. We did that online. We interviewed over Zoom. We met our colleagues on Teams, and we networked on Discord. While we were Skyping and Slacking, we gained experience in our field, applied our knowledge, and grew into young engineers. But like many students, when I returned to campus in the fall, I struggled with digital learning. But as engineers, we excel at problem solving, and so learning statics, or circuits, or transport became just another problem to solve. And while this was a challenging time to be a student, it was a profoundly difficult time to be a professor. I was so grateful to have professors who, despite only having 2 or 3 students come to class, would still show up in person every day because they knew that we would learn better that way. Over the next couple of months, Northeastern students and teachers alike adapted to this strange new medium, and as we became more skilled, restrictions eased, and campus slowly came back to life. And now look at us. We're killing it. We're a class of prestigious scholars, interdisciplinary majors, and ROTC cadets. After graduation, we are pursuing graduate degrees, MDs, MBAs, PhDs. We're exploring the world and getting full-time offers because we can and we will do anything with an engineering degree. Because what yeah, you can clap for that. I think so. Because what Professor Sapai said 4 years ago holds true. Engineering teaches you how to think. It's a toolbox, not a manual. You won't find all the answers. I remember a recruiter said to me once, "We love hiring engineers because they have great critical thinking skills." And I wanted to say, we weren't born with them. That's the result of hard work. That's because every question on every homework of every class that we have taken has followed the same format. Here's a problem, here's what you know, go find a solution. When you do that for 5 years, you get pretty good at problem solving. And paired with the hands-on experience we gain on co-op, our curriculum leverages the power of iterative processes to develop the engineering mindset. That's the value of a Northeastern engineering education. As a result, we've learned to be resilient in the face of challenges, and we understand that discomfort is necessary for growth, all of which will make us successful in our careers and in our lives. But college isn't all about the technical skills. It's also about the memories you make along the way. I saw a cartoon recently in which a panda and a dragon are on a journey together, and the dragon asks the panda, "Which is better, the journey or the destination?" And the panda responds, "Neither. It's the company." I couldn't agree more. I forged some great friendships and have many fond memories, not necessarily because what I was doing was fun, but because from the ashes of our struggle rises the phoenix of friendship. So before I finish, let's reminisce about some of these hard moments that are thankfully behind us and be grateful for these challenges because they've ultimately made us stronger. Thank you, homework problems A through J, for teaching us that you can never be sure how long a task will take. Thank you, finicky hardware, for teaching us that it's okay to walk away and that sometimes you just need to show something to a friend 15 minutes later for it to decide to work. Thank you, 3-hour labs on Tuesday nights. Yeah, for showing us just how slowly time can pass. And thank you, Capstone, for showing us just how quickly time can pass. Thank you, administrators, advisors, professors, friends, family, and everyone else who supported us throughout our journey. They say it takes a village to raise a child, and I say it takes a university to raise an engineer. Finally, thank you, my fellow engineers, for making these past 4 years unbelievable and irreplaceable. We've made it to the other side, and while our time in the classroom is drawing to an end, our adventures are just beginning. I'm so proud of you, and I can't wait to see what you all accomplish. Congratulations, class of 2023.
Stay for just a moment.
Okay.
I told Paula before the ceremony, she was a little nervous about speaking, and I said, "I'm sure you'll do better than me." And I was right. But also, I want you to notice the fashion statement that she has here. Rocking those orange shoes. There you go. Give a little insight for what you might do on Sunday. Thank you very much. It's now my pleasure to welcome our undergraduate guest speaker, Greg Waters. Greg is a serial entrepreneur, founder and investor focused on the semiconductor and sensing areas. As co-founder and CEO of Matrix Space, Greg is leading the next generation of AI-enabled sensing by building the smallest radar system to provide new levels of integrated outdoor surveillance in 4D. He's also a director at onsemi, a leader in automotive and industrial products, Sierra Wireless, a leader in IoT solutions, Sixtera, a leader in data center colocation, and Mythic AI, an early-stage AI processor company. Before founding Matrix Space, Greg was president and CEO of Integrated Device Technology, a leader in semiconductor and sensor solutions in automotive, data center, and industrial segments. He was executive vice president of front-end solutions at Skyworks Solutions, the market leader in RF modules, senior vice president of networks and communications at Agere Systems, and held a variety of management roles at Texas Instruments. Greg received his BS in engineering from the University of Vermont and an MS in computer science from Northeastern's Curry College of Computer Sciences. Welcome, Greg Waters.
You know, Dina Bowd actually made me sound important. Thank you. But team, you made it. You know, it's been some years, but I still remember vividly walking out of that last Northeastern final, which I was pretty sure I'd passed, and I felt like I was walking on air. As you know, these degrees are not easily won, and congratulations. It is quite a sight to see all of you out there today, and give it up for the class of 2023. One point of interesting, it's off script, but listening to the dean, listening to Paolo, we never saw each other's speeches, and you're going to hear a couple of common comments today, which is interesting. And I will keep my remarks today mercifully brief, but I really want to talk to you, to encourage you, and also, if I may, to challenge you slightly on only two topics. And those two things are innovation and kindness. Innovation and kindness. Now, in this first area of innovation, it's already been spoken about that engineering is such an amazing mindset, and it's true. I think whether or not you or any of us end up working in classical engineering jobs or not, we've been trained in this amazing mindset of problem solving and being able to get people and data and experiments and make those things come together to produce a result. And I'll also tell you, as a self-professed geek myself, engineers are creative. We are creators. And if you look at the amazing people I've had the blessing of hanging out with all these many years in work, you know, we can imagine great things. And in most cases, usually working with other people, bring those ideas into reality. And that is a gift. What an amazing thing. So I think very much congratulate you on earning the proud title of engineer. And I would say that society needs those skills today more than ever. Well done, everybody. Now, in my first remarks about innovation, there are many ways to innovate. I'm not an expert in most of them, but I would like to come to one core point about innovation that I think is very relevant for today. Is innovation in such a way that you are solving big problems that are relevant to customers or to society overall. How do we innovate and focus your life's energy in such a way that these problems are actually addressed? And it sounds easy. That sounds, well, of course, Waters, why bother take our time on this? And let me give you a few examples around this. But first, I'll begin with Northeastern. One of the things I admire about Northeastern, I graduated in 1989, some time ago. The university continues to innovate and remake itself and take on new things. This is the university that invented the co-op system. I think every major university in the United States has some type of intern co-op system today. Northeastern has been doing this for 100 years, literally. I mean, somebody should do a fact check on the exact date, but it's a long, long time that this has been going on up there. This cross-functional major focus, where you can major in actually multiple disciplines at the same time, Northeastern was at the bleeding edge of this type of thinking. And as Dean Abound already said, the main problems facing society, which are also, by the way, our main opportunities of how we create a better society, and hopefully have some fun while we do it, are very cross-functional. I think if you end up in a job that really is narrowly defined around the classical degree that you have so richly earned today, I would say you may be in the exception. The problems today require this strong cross-functional orientation. So my first challenge to you is, where will you innovate? What mark will you make, both for your own things that you like to do, for your own career, but also back to society? And also, one of the things that we should recognize is how lucky we are to have these degrees. There's a lot of people that very much wish they had the same opportunity that we have in front of us right now. Now, on my part, I've spent my whole life, or my whole adult life, working with people that had this urge to create, do something new, whether it's a product or a service or just a better way of doing things. And I have learned so much from hanging out with this great creative group of people. One thing you'll find about engineering or science in general, it is a global sport. And you get to know, and hopefully you already have by virtue of your education, people from all walks of life and all corners of the earth, and it's just a blast. You get to know so many different cultures and different societies, and you can learn so much. And if you have the opportunity to travel like I have, which may be too much in my case, that is another rich learning that you get of how do different countries do things. And in every case, in every country, every culture, every society, every category you can possibly name, there's always some things that they do better than other places. It's a great opportunity to learn. But my first and one of my only pieces of advice to you, and this is a real challenge for all professionals, is to really innovate in a way that either customers or society cares about, which again is obvious. Sounds obvious anyway, but it's not. So first, if you are in a job where you don't naturally have any contact with any real customers, which may be most jobs, go find the people that do. Proactively find out what customers are saying, and more than one, and integrate those into what you're trying to line up your own talents behind. It is so different, right, than the worldview that you will get in the groups or that you hang out with, or the companies that you end up working with. You will learn. And in my experience, I'll give you one, and it's about innovation. There's a bit of a story and a point here, which I'll keep brief. But it should be one easy to relate to for you, because you probably have one in your pocket right now. But I spent 20 years or more chasing the smartphone industry, making the first smartphones, particularly with an emphasis on the wireless communication stuff, the data transfer that you have up and down off the internet. Was fortunate enough to hang out with the people that literally invented a lot of this stuff along the way. And here's the point around innovation. In the 90s, when I was out there doing it, and just a little bit older than you, the US in particular was very good at wired data communication. We were working on this relatively new technology called Ethernet, which I think most of you know. The personal computing thing was exploding. It was a heady time. I mean, every year there was some cool new product or interesting thing that popped out, and it was just fascinating. It was hard, and it really, strained us to be part of that, but it was great. But as that continued to go on, and we were high-tech people, we worked in high-tech groups at high-tech company, increasingly what customers began saying to us is, hey, we love your stuff, and we like it more, but we've got to get rid of these wires. There's too many of them. It's very difficult for us to manage all these wires. And we kind of ignored it, you know, in our particular, not just for our company, but as an industry, we weren't wire people. That's a customer problem, or let the wire companies figure this out, make thinner wires, for instance. And this went on for a while, and I'm abstracting, but this was generically our attitude. And I still remember a day, I was in Silicon Valley, Cisco Systems, in fact, you may know that company, young engineer, and he said, he was giving me a hard time about this wire problem and wasn't convinced that I believed him, and said, come here, I want to show you something. And we marched down the hall, and he says, do you really understand what it takes to string a wire in a building? And I thought, well, I think so. And he points up, you know, between the drop ceiling tiles, and in building code, there's a conduit. You have to run these things through these big PVC pipes. It's completely full. You cannot fit another wire, period, right? He said, forget it. Now, we can do it, but we have to get union contractors in here, submit a work order, you know, string the contract, you get it, right? It was really complicated. And it was a bit of an aha moment for me, saying, wow, they're not kidding, right? This is a big problem. It's going to limit the industry and what we can sell if we don't get after that. And people were finding this out all over the place. But the point is that was one simple example of what customers were saying broadly. It wasn't one customer, and that we were largely ignoring in industry, saying it's somebody else's problem, some other group, some other company will go fix that. And you know, had the industry continued on that path, it still would have happened. The wireless data phenomena, all those cool things that you see up and down over the airways today, it would have happened, but just a lot later on that. So eventually the industry came up with, Wi-Fi was created, and I still have literally one of the original Wi-Fi boards in my drawer at home. My wife every couple of years threatens to throw away all this stuff, but I won't let her. But the original Wi-Fi board, which had really pathetic data rates compared to what we have, and worked with some of the people that hung out on it and did that. And you know the story of what happened to that. Now, in the meantime, there were these groups in cellular communication, mainly Europeans, that said, hey, we got to get after this wireless data thing too. And they were quicker on the draw than we were in the United States. Remember, the cell phone was invented in the United States. Europeans had even more challenging times stringing wires, getting rid of this stuff for terrain and the rest. And Scandinavia came out of nowhere on the tech scene because they've got very challenging terrain to string these wires. Because they took that problem more seriously, saying, hey, we've really got to get rid of these wires, and it's really, really hard, and got after that, the Europeans proceeded to dominate and really run the table on wireless communications for the next 15 years. They were quicker on the draw. And what is my point on this? My point is that the innovation that is most important to customers almost all the time, and almost 100% of the time, the innovation that is most important to society does not neatly fit into the boxes that we have drawn around ourselves as professionals, or the groups that we work with at the companies we work with, or even the companies themselves. And that is my challenge to you, is that as you innovate, get to those front lines as much as you can, directly or indirectly, integrate what your customers, what society is saying, and if you can manage to string those thoughts together, tie them up with what you can do, attract other smart people to come in and innovate that, sometimes entire industries, like what happened in wireless communications, you are almost certainly onto something that will be really interesting, really profitable for your career, and will make an impact at the end of the day. And for those of you that become serially good at this sort of thing, this sort of society or customer needs translation into tech, into non-tech, tech is not always the answer for every problem. In fact, seldom is. And get really good on that, like growing a muscle. Well, guess what? Now you can form a company, right? Now you can start to, this is almost the classic definition of what a startup company, why are they formed and what do they do? There's a big problem out there, a lot of people care about it, and it has been not solved very elegantly by anybody yet. Ergo, you have become an entrepreneur. So that is my encouragement and challenge to you, is that all of you, if you have survived thus far at this university to get these difficult degrees, you have some very special and very rare skills that society desperately needs today. Innovate, as much as you can, innovate in a way that matters to you personally, but innovate in a way that matters to society as much as you can. It's a blast, it's hard, but you end up, at the end of the day, I remember more than anything else, more than the nice accolades that Dina Bowd read and the rest, you remember the people that you hang out with in the process of creating these really difficult and fascinating and just amazing things. And it's a blast. And I wish you have half as much fun in this crazy industry as I have. Now in the second area, well actually, one more thing. I want to give a shout, getting back to innovation. My latest gig, Dina Bowd mentioned, we formed a company called Matrix Space, and I mention this only because one of your professors is my co-founder, Dr. Jose Martinez Lorenzo. Just by show of hands, how many of you are students of Jose? Okay, we got one. I bet he's a tough teacher, right? I know, Jose, so double congratulations on that. But that's an example of innovation that has come from very near and dear here at Northeastern, and I think a lot more to come. Now the second area I would like to talk to you about, switching gears, is kindness. And when I talk about kindness, I am not talking about being nice to people. I'm not talking about personality. I think that most people are predisposed towards being nice or to being not nice. And it's not a discussion about personality. The kindness that I'm talking about is proactive. It's difficult. It requires energy and proactivity and focus in a real effort to be kind. And I mention this because, we live in a time where society has become very unkind. It is normal now to not only disagree with people, but to think that they're bad people if they don't share our opinions or our views or the groups that we hang out with. And some of this is social media, but mainly we've just let our standards drop unacceptably a lot, in my opinion. Kindness is a force. Kindness is something that changes people's life. When you talk about innovation, how do you attract the amazing people, the intellects, and the skills and experience towards forming those groups that will go off and solve those problems, people will look for leaders with good characters. And this becomes very important. So this is not just a feel-good speech about kindness. I believe it is a very essential part of a person's career. And if you end up in your career managing large groups of people, becoming a chief executive for a large company, as I have, most of the employees and the people that you depend on to accomplish these amazing things, perform these difficult tasks, make a great company, and all the other myriad things that comes in running a company. It's like running a university. It's like you're captain of a battleship, if you want to think about that. Most of your employees may not work with you closely enough to even know if you're really competent, if you're really innovative, and the rest. But they will absolutely have an opinion of your character, and usually I think a very accurate opinion of your character, and they will value it greatly if you are kind. So in summary for all of you today, I leave you with these two thoughts: innovate people, and if you can, in a way that really makes a mark on society. This is good for business, it's good for your careers, it's very necessary for society. Be a positive and proactive force of kindness. This is not a passive act. Kindness is most important when we're working around people that we don't like or don't relate to, or people that have wronged us in some way. And if we learn, and it's hard, and can consistently return kindness to the people around us that least deserve it, then we cannot be defeated. We may not be able to control what happens around us or the situations that we're placed in, or just what happens in our lives. It's not something we can control, but we absolutely can control how we respond to those situations. And I believe in my final comments to you that the society in general needs more than ever the problem-solving abilities that all of you have worked hard to gain. There's never been a better time to be an engineer or being from an engineering mindset. I mean, who better to solve some of the situations we have in society right now? But people are also desperately looking and seeking and will embrace, I believe, the next generation of role models who will stand up, look beyond immediate differences that we may have, real or perceived, and embrace the people around them with kindness. Thank you for listening, people. Go get them. Thank you.
So I have a citation here I'd like to give to our speaker, and I will read the citation and then we'll get some pictures. Citation honoring Greg Waters, intrepid entrepreneur, visionary leader at the frontiers of technology, dedicated partner in advancing Northeastern's global mission. From the earliest years of your career, your leadership was a transformational force inside companies at the forefront of booming industries, such as Texas Instruments, Agere Systems, and Skyworks Solutions. At the helm of integrated device technology, you led the organization through a complex restructuring that drove unprecedented product leadership and extended growth. Throughout your career, you built an impressively diverse portfolio of skills and experiences. A serial entrepreneur at heart, you used your passion for innovation and keen intellect to recognize path-breaking avenues for semiconductors and AI-enabled sensing. Your foresight into new frontiers enabled you to see around corners and spot the opportunity for matrix space. As co-founder and CEO, you bring together visionary leadership and technological innovation to drive a promising mission forward. Over the past decade, you have continued to give back generously to your alma mater, advancing Northeastern's global mission as we launched our first California campus. Therefore, on the occasion of your address to the 2023 graduates of Northeastern University's College of Engineering, we celebrate both your remarkable career in technology and innovation and your dedicated service to our university. Innovation and kindness. Fun fact, the co-op program in 2024 will be 115 years old. More fun fact, the co-op program was started by the College of Engineering dean at the time. Now, here's the boggling piece of information. At the time, that dean was 27 years old. And you know what I find completely mind-blowing about that? That's the same age as me. Plus or minus 30. All right, so now we're going to begin the recognition of each of our graduates. The marshals will lead the graduates by row to the podium. I'm going to ask the department chairs to take their place to offer congratulations. So a little bit on the protocol here. You're going to come over to this side. You're going to hand your card. Your name will be called. You will head toward myself and your chair. If you would like to shake hands, you can extend your hand, or fist bump, or nothing, and I will respect that choice. Then we will take a picture in the middle. You will then proceed off to the other side, and you'll get a little certificate, and there'll be another picture taken, and then you'll go back to your seat. And I want to remind you, this is not a sprint. We are all going to realize that this is truly a marathon, okay? And I want you to empathize with how my back is going to feel in about 90 minutes. Okay, let's start.
Now announcing students of the Bioengineering Department.
Brendan L'Esperance. Evan Lenz.
Anna Poquette.
Victoria Isa. Julia Kautz. Doris Cruz Alonso. Madison Chin. Netia Goyle.
Newo Esenadi Nyoni.
Caitlin Savasco. Ashley Lynch.
Shreya Malhotra.
Alina Druva.
Catherine Polyakara. Eric Swenson.
Catherine Francis. Abigail Doherty. Kelly Buca. Avery Houston. Aaron Galt. Eden Nicole Gordon. Elena Jenkins. Julia Langeland. Delaney Dowdell. Jacob Flynn Jensen. Sai Teja Kamsani.
Matt Skrzyński. Neil Patel.
Jude Hamoud. Jonah Kleinberg. Austin Birmingham. Ryan Clark.
Caitlin Wong.
Catherine Ing. Michael Gregory Andrekdrek. Perry Como. Aishwarya Deva.
Allison Rogers. Elisha Prasad. Tirathveen Pasricha. Denzel Rebello. Kyle Roysh.
Evan Landry.
Caroline Kenyon Orzak. William Olson Sidford. Eleanor Ruland. Alexis Pathwick Pazik.
Maeve Healy. Eliza Eldridge.
Manav Shah. Jayalakshmi Siadri.
Taiki Chung.
Andrew Perugini. George Yazji. Omar Yasser Risk. Katerina Rincones. Jenna Rutberg. Helena Tattersfield. Samuel Smith.
Jason Haynes. Angela Fee. Ian Hay.
August Mager. Nicolo Mega.
Rohan Kumar.
Abhinav Muralidharan. Alexandra Sorensen.
Christian de Frondeville. Amanda Angelina D. Sanjana Bhagavatula.
Claudia Martin Marand.
Kelly Valentini. Ilsa Olsen.
Madeline Brookings. Sarah Ghana.
Lauren Morris.
Kyla Frenya.
Samuel Platzman. Andrew Stein.
Shreya Kaul. Anika Bonot.
Pooja Swami. Amanda Catherine McKenney. Hannah Marissa Slaby.
Sophia Cabalon.
Nathan Molis. Tobias P. Venskoik. Walid Taha Sukaki.
Nihal Barov. Nathan Gong. Ming Guan. Cole Dowling. Hannah Liu. Akshita Agarwal.
Justin Su. Ella Stragowski.
Elizabeth Clem.
Madeline Williams Kester. Jennifer Yo.
William Bloomerth. Athirva Gaude.
Alex Silverman. Grace Warosta. Olga Prifty. Megan Elizabeth Whitcomb.
Kelly Kaiser.
Christina Wheeler.
Eva Shamard.
Megan Morgan. Nathan M. Strauss. Rachel Pincus. Nicholas Daniel Remillard. Sophia Paxton. Charlotte Pratt.
Andres Garcia.
Daniel Matar Laban. Zhengya Wang.
William Klein. Adriana Cespedes. Jason Lynn.
Gabriela Zarola. Sarah Stolt.
Juliana Gestesi.
Shandy Jenge.
Alejandra Lamas.
Naomi Victoria Polonia. Brianna Watts.
Sadie Gatchell. Sarah Coleman.
Jacob Mohammed.
Ali Jean Kotopoulos.
Kyle Klaus Joseph Weirather. Irem Tural.
Alia Aziz. Andrew Bay. Anthony Lynn. Ishan Doshi.
Caroline Batebe Mugambwa. Brianna Raghunath.
Lynn Nicholas Lynn.
Timothy Tran.
Yash Kulkarni.
Ifai Nichukwu Mbanugo.
Now announcing students of the Chemical Engineering Department.
Matthew Smolensky.
Andrew G. Carr.
Celia White.
Nicole Ryan Kleinberg. Samantha Hinton.
Brianna Yee.
Matthew Goffin.
Julian Zapata. Catherine Miller. Fatima Sofia Nolasco.
Emily Huang. Brian Cho. Anthony Howe.
Dimitrios Orphanos.
Kelly Yuna Hong. Ana Cabreada. Antu Du Do. Barka Bavsar. Amita Batria.
Adrian Wang Spurl.
Jason Jun. Kenji Gotu Hardy. Justin Kaduthadil. Bona Yoon Kim. Claire Blaufox.
Sahana Ramprasad.
Hana Hamdan. Gabriel Lind.
Chris Young. Roshini Persad. Michael Tortolani. Jonathan Plage.
Laurent Bravo.
Jackson Temple.
Dylan Hutchera. Elliot Brown.
Michael Stam.
Ryan Beal.
Isabella Sandoval Monroy.
Sophia Bojalil.
Isaac Wahlberg. Maria Tartaglione.
Maria Katis. Catherine Dixon. Kanishk Jain.
Christopher Ramirez Caro.
Amelia Maisie Coleman Holhouse. Rachel Joseph.
Braden Alexander Pagano Meandro. Owen Poisson.
Matthew Hurl. Sophia Bailey.
Eric Nigro.
Cameron Duchesne. Derek Thomas Campbell. Sarah Benson. Avita Abi Elias. Tamara Hoare.
Patrick Slider. David Robert O'Leary.
Savannah Burchett.
Macy Parchment. Claude Rock. Lauren O'Sullivan. Lily Foster Penn. Maya Anika Patel.
Devin McLean Dembro. Aiden Clark. Patrick Daly. Annabelle Jane DeVault.
Natalie Vogel. Marissa Westerbeek.
Jacob Aberbonnell.
Grace O'Dwyer.
Abraham Berman.
Maria Wangari Guge.
Edowunmi Adi Oyateo.
Na Momo Odartifio.
Amanda Kovasala.
Anna Cristina Salich Helibert. Marlena Stanton. Ke Wen. Daniel Salazar.
Killian Nyala Audia. Jason Dunancore.
Taryn Sparacino. Andrea Roman. Dylan Jeffrey Miller.
Caitlin Hatzman.
Dominic Schinel. Nicholas Stomper.
Juliet Nadine Kuhn. Lily Carlson.
Lisa Pepjanovich. Ariel Jordan Nolan.
Madison Serpa.
Myria Scott.
Brooke Allison.
Celine Itzi. Nicholas Nelson. Winnie Zhang.
Amanda Aldro.
Jessica Sciarra. Paige Ratsip.
Celia Harris. Melanie Elizabeth Cheng.
Caitlin O'Malley. David Brandon Zambrano.
And now announcing students of Civil and Environmental Engineering Department.
Tamara Nikotina. Julian Ospina.
Owen Egri. Diego Gonzalez Castillo.
Drew Gavin Rivera Riveral. Richard Wyatter.
William Des Bordes.
Cade Schaefer. Emily Pham.
Nicolas Joseph Almond.
Jordan Vaverka. Mohammed Umair.
Mohammed Amer. Dylan Matthew Davies.
Truman Henry Marshall. Taryn Lowe Ross. Claire Orkild. Magdalene Sexton Dwyer. Brianna Giovanna Pasace.
James Fong. Cameron Giles. Allison Brady. Jamie Locanti.
Eugenio Mora Balil.
Justin Leung.
Matthew Macy's.
Ross Lippener.
Sophia Fagioni.
Lydia Bird. Alec Bacon.
Grace Patarini. Christopher Perrin. Christopher Murican.
Isabella Dascoli.
Isabella Oliva. Kate Maloney. Alexandre John Renault. Gunhosa.
Anna LeClaire. Shannon Butler. Harrison DuBois. Rosa Maria Delgado. Rebecca Cameron. Jacqueline Helliwell.
Sienna Mayling Winston. Victor Polizu. Claire McCormick.
Tucker Jones.
Isabella Jean Mediate. Thomas Scanlon.
Bayu Chen. Mia Iwashita. Liz de Armas Mestra.
Joseph Wong. Quen Finnegan Wynn.
Conrad Corley.
Ryan Ramos.
Mawada Justinia. Inez Esteban Greenway. Brooke Lennis.
Gerard Boutros Merai.
Chloe Dixon. Alexandra Goslin. Jacqueline Francis Bozetti. Francesca Dovingo. Rachel Graham. Emma Cahan.
Nicholas Steiner. Callum Vickery.
Ethan Costa. Axel Lindquist. John Gontowski.
Jacob Mitchell.
Rory Henu. Remy Fung.
John Leonard Rivera.
Victor Barroso Morao. Nozizwe Budalezi. Adelaide Keppel. Emily Carolina Gonzalez.
Layla Singh. Matthew Petroselli.
Amelia Jennings. Justin Lynn.
Autumn Rains Gillen. Alan Sarshalom.
Samantha Hemhill, receiving her degree posthumously, accepted by her parents Claire and Matt Hemhill.
Alec Lazea.
Anthony Maione.
Jacob Kaufman.
And now announcing School of Electrical, Computer, and Electrical Engineering departments.
Ethan Mandel. Jaylin Yo. Sarah Restad.
Owen Daly.
Melania St. Cyr.
Allison Wong Kerr. Matthew Richard Davidson. Nicholas Kristovich. Peter Chang. David Ian Hunter.
Angelo João Macedo.
Colin Boisvert.
Sean McGee.
William Sia. Anthony Lee. Brenda Dewan.
Jia Mu. Saul Rena.
Sarah Chen.
Jack Miller.
Christian Harrison.
Ravi Prasad. Edward Longfei Joe. Junyi Yang.
Yu Jiang.
Zixin Yan. Tiancheng Zhao.
Tian Yu Gao. Tin Hao Gao.
Peter Ridzinski.
Awanauri Briggs.
Stasia Marie Sturdivant. Alex Ye.
Natalie Daly.
Umang Rastogi.
Jamin Eisenberg. Yusuf Hamad.
Jonathan Tan. Micah Weston. Brian Matthew Schubert. Nathan Moore. Brett Sullivan. Owen Charles Van Sickle. Nathan Tran. Matthew Trimberger.
Joseph Durkin. Stephen Freed.
Michael Moorer.
Anthony Joseph Britton. Alexandros Kerwick.
Eagle Yuan. Michael Shen. Harrison Sun.
Tianqi Huang. Andrew P. Jacob. Josue Manrique Aguilar Sanchez. Hasiel Deliz Coban.
Eric Wu. Robert Yu. Natalie Potapov.
McCain Bunma.
Juniper Parsons. Alejandro Sosa Gil.
Joseph Abati.
Lila Stout. Eva Cassandra Vryan. Daniel Wong.
Peter Brown.
Gokcha Saracholu.
Ian Chan.
Dominic Ritzenhoff.
Matthew Chen. Joshua Xiong On. Joseph Armstrong. Nguyen Lee. Sean Gentleman.
Thomas McTaggart. Hunter Scott Austin Winglikowski.
Robert Stefano Foglio.
John Merlino.
Olivia Agatep. Ian Burwell. Mushira Kandakar. Jared Homer.
Maulik Patel. Then Oni Vinker.
Alexander Jean.
Jacob Puderbach.
Keenan Kolak. Darren Gunna Prasad Kohli.
Oman Van Eer. Sergei Petrushkevich.
Donata Bakayasi.
Huyen Viviana Fang.
Patricio Barreto Benton. Kai Gertis. Robert Brower.
Morgan Termat.
Theodore Davidson. Lars Barton.
Henry Main.
Maxwell Lyman.
Eleni Polokranakis.
Alejandro Lee Hervella.
Jessica Sadell.
Megan Hoffman. Luke Ackerman.
Trevor McDonald. Mary Rageb.
Johnny Cowell. Jeffrey Baugh. Dylan Gates. Mars Kesey.
Peter Sicardi.
Yusef Babar Khan.
Mohammed Tanner.
Sadie Levi. Adam Azule.
Chris Plumetas. Arthur Zhao. Andrew Isaac Ngui.
Atul Ghana. Derek Ely. Alexander Jeffress. Justin Almondro. Patrick Jimenez.
Nicholas Zettel Thevenen. James Napier. Connor McNulty.
Gabriel Gentis. Darius Gorimar.
Christopher Swagler.
Jackson Hewen. Yonanton Aria. Saul Graber Blaine.
Tyler Ramo Passerine. Connor Nelson. Juan Sebastian Martos Jimenez.
Sonny Gu. Jared Bingham. Liam Kennedy. Jarrett Anderson.
Michael McCooey. Yang Zhou.
Maria Paula Arandia. Sam Baldock. Ethan Lam.
Aryan Mehrotra.
Oscar Kellner.
Nicole Tonelli.
Anna Maria Barbiolini Amadai. Suhan Kim. Haley Fogelson.
Alex Oswald.
Jordan Leon. Christine Kleint. Noah Evantosh.
Parth Patel. Rohan Seelan.
Cameron Leland.
Will Sung. Rohit Pal.
Shakti Katharia.
Rishi Patel. Weng Jiango.
Neha Kaiti.
Thomas Jokoro.
Jeremy Kim. David Antiki.
James Packard.
Dylan Barati. Samrid Chaturvedi.
Kelly Terrian. Lee Milburn.
Catherine Ellingham.
And now announcing the students of the Mechanical and Industrial Engineering Department.
Paula Kefalinos.
Perry Mishkin.
Charlotte Kershaw.
Ronan McNally. Dylan Morey.
Molly Duncan.
Blaine Roche. Benjamin Zeno.
Rafael Acero. Xuntong Chen.
ZD Meng.
Ariane Jane. Matthew Luongo.
Jada Wong.
Brandon Fernandez. William Joseph Jennings. Keegan Carson. Joshua Baum. Nigel Aaron Hunt. Cole Brannigan. Zachary Chung. James Collins. Antonio D'Alessandro. Bjorn Kirolf.
Benji Zhang. Eugene Staroselski. Dylan Soth.
Samuel Koblinski.
Justin Miller. Alexander Jung.
Brendan Bergman.
Owen Douglas Sargent. Nicholas Petrus. Vishak Talanki. Bronwyn Spears.
Daniel Liebin.
Christian Polanco.
Chase Barnett. Andrew Lopriato.
Grace McDonough.
Isabella de la Espriella. Jose Agudelo Cuartas.
Nathan McGuire. Nicholas Marcosi.
John Gordon.
George Newton Torres.
Thomas Joseph Herbert.
Brendan Ryan. Adam Millar. Peter Pulai. Ethan Francis Mulan.
Tara Hayek.
Harsh Shailesh Vaishali Shah. Song Ting Xie.
James Flanagan. Nimit Chovatia.
Amanya Palkivala. Sanya Chi. William Regan.
Daniela Barrio Nuevo Hidalgo. Paola Duarte Castro. Jack Gerard. Camden Johnson. Enrique Antonio Freitas. Orion Jathun. Abraham Garber.
Min Trong.
Daniel Lawson.
Sebastian Vigwicki. Grayson Storm Tupper.
Benjamin Gardy.
Liam Snow.
Fernando Andres Duran. Lars Bodie. Dylan Cohen.
Sophia Mendoza. Sarah Simon. Eliana Schlagman. Liana Shu.
Mason Large. Daniel Carlson.
Kieran O'Connor.
Sharik Chowdhury.
Dylan Powers.
Ian Cortland Edouard Barnes. Jacob Gus.
Theo Tessler Shapiro.
Patrick Fries.
Carrie Tossell. Liza Russell.
Benjamin Frothingham. Kyle Janko. Emily Page Hardell.
Robert Noonan. Carl Zaloom.
Philip Domlesia. Eric Daniel Cardoza. Mamadou Lee.
Yasmin Youssef.
Melanie Edmond.
Olan Riwanju Ularatan.
Samuel Sullivan.
Nathaniel Lecomte.
Marshall James Riccardi.
Aaliyah Labrador. Dina Decadic. Seema Hakim. Leticia Maria Clot.
Amin Wisa. Nicole Torrell Akel.
Liam Kowalski. Ethan Holland. James Ayton.
Joel Willick. Matthew Robert Tortolani.
Pedro Caceres.
Christopher Pomeroy.
Michael Finnegan.
Nicholas Reinhold. Jason Patel.
Orlando Johan Cassia Castiglione. Emily Fears. Alberto Backhoff de la Garza Avia. Patricio Gutierrez Ampuria.
Camila Shal Amdin Ichaso.
Alejandra Barranco. Ana Maria Espinosa Gonzalez.
Zachary Overly.
Carson Gross.
Alexander McCall. Jared Sittner.
Sydney Cote.
Julian Morgan. Jasper Sue.
Nolan Brown. Emma Granger.
Jay Yo.
Tejas Karwa. Sean Lavelle. Claire Duffy. Kieran Donaldson. Franklin Fitzpatrick Fee.
Caitlin Pinksy.
Hansin Hunt. Andre Netu Kaitanu.
Michael McAlpin. Derek McInerney. Alessia Spellman.
Prakar Agarwal. Abdul Rahman Al Ghanaiman.
Michael Joseph Palermo.
Thomas James Cahill. Mark Gelly. William Hodge. Thomas Hodge.
David Harrison Nguyen. Isabella Stepanek.
Heather Brannan.
Mallory Rubin.
Catherine Colella. Abraham Lamole. Colby Brenner. Jacob Headley Brown.
Sean Patrick Nolan. Colin Prebenda. Nicholas Winicki.
Matthew M. Jenkins, Jr. Ryan Hoffman.
Rachel Zoe.
William Fandel. Damon Artis.
Samuel Wolliver.
Kyle Hildreth.
Jonathan Chun.
Christopher Hong. Anthony Hergoy. Ian Leo. Howron Lee. Ryan Hart.
William Opet.
Min Duke Din.
Meher Sukija.
Nikhil Agarwal. Alyssa Koo.
Jasmine Huai Min Nguyen.
Emma Hemmelgarn. Sierra Karn.
Sarah Tomasco.
Marissa Gorman. Samira Haj.
Jenna Sloda.
Jared Garfinkel.
Maki Sakine. Max Steinman.
Robert Green.
Ryan McDonald.
Aaliyah Christina Hutton. Christian Fay. Alex Ambrosius. Catherine Boland. Alessandro Bruno. Javier Camino Parada. Anugraha Krishnan. Rohan Krishnamurthy.
Shunsuke Sano. Grant William Chad Recker.
Adam Hametz Berner.
Grant Olik Sutphin.
Victor Cheng. Isabel Conlon. Andrew Conlon.
Oluwakayode Oyebade.
Elliot Coe. Ethan Benedetti. Quentin Hubble. Bradley George Bears.
Michael McLaughlin.
Michaela Garcia. Joseph Blanchet. William Kovaric.
Thomas August Hartman Mueller.
Kelsey Forker. Anna Casadento. Naomi Cook.
Chloe Wilson. Haley Pankow.
Samantha Bowman.
Thomas Griffin.
Jonathan Markowitz. Nicholas Pra. Will Poston.
Dominic Garciero. Cameron Leonard. Parker Audette. Timothy Burr.
Emily Moore. Travis Peabody.
Nitin Chowdhury. John Centrella. Matthew Baldowski. William Lee. James Hahn. Andrew Huang. Nolan Donahue. Corey LaFleur. Bennett Latior. Ethan He. Anthony Casato. Vincent Castronuovo.
Jacob Parker.
Samuel Culver.
Alexander McDonnell.
Adam Ager. Andreas Lenzakis. John Licata.
Evan Stupinski.
Jeffrey Lee. Pugh He. Nina Castillo. Eva Justice.
Jonathan Tansey.
Brooke Ann Kotopoulos.
Olivia Voitunik.
Karina Bucci. Luke Falesi. Fletcher Kavanaugh. Dominic Joseph. Christian Etherton. Zandria Hughes.
Brianna Olivia Outen.
Madeline Colette Gershman. Samantha Cashton. Claire Christine Bolig.
That wasn't so bad. Graduates, on behalf of our engineering faculty, staff, and alumni, I would like to congratulate you once again and wish you the very best for a rewarding and impactful future. I would now like to take just a little bit of time to thank all the organizers and volunteers of this event, as well as all the faculty who are here to congratulate our students today and who have been so instrumental to our students' success. Now, I've enjoyed getting to know you. I've been here a little over 2 years now, and I've got to meet many of you at certain activities, for example, cookies with the dean. And so our graduation celebration would not be complete without paying some level of homage to that wonderful event. As you leave today, you will be receiving a small gift from the College of Engineering. It includes a clear plastic bag, which means you can take it into the Taylor Swift concert. There was a ticket to Taylor Swift concert in the bag, but in my infinite wisdom, I decided to sell them on StubHub so we could pay for the renovation of this building. You're welcome. Inside the bag, you will find your final commemorative cookie from the dean. Right. There's a little image of dear old Dean on the bag, and if you save this for about 50 years or so, it may actually be worth the paper it's printed on. You're global scholars. That's one of the hallmarks of Northeastern, having so many global experiences for you. So I expect that many of you will be traveling, so we've given you a Northeastern branded luggage tag. Use it wisely and proudly. This part, I cannot go off script. You have an alumni pin. Proudly display the pin on your gown. Consider all that you have achieved. And remember that wearing it on Sunday at Fenway represents your transition to a new Northeastern experience as alumni. Okay. Before you are allowed to leave, you know the expression, there's no free lunch? Well, if you don't know it, you will soon learn what it means. I need to ask you a favor, and this favor is in order to help us really enjoy Sunday's graduation in the afternoon. So during the ceremony, the dean of each college is asked to come up and present all of the graduates from that college and attest to the president that they've met all the requirements for the degree that's being conferred. There's a sentence I'm supposed to say, attesting to that. But we're engineers, right? We don't just say, we demonstrate, we do. So here's what we're going to rehearse. I'm going to approach the microphone. I won't be dressed like this, but if you look at the picture on your cookie, that's what I will look like, okay? So that you'll know it's me. I will ask all of the engineers to please rise, and you will rise. I will explain to the president that we're not just about saying, we're about doing as engineers, and we're going to demonstrate the knowledge and the savvy that you have accrued in your years here at Northeastern. And we're going to demonstrate that through one simple demonstration of your intellect. I'm going to ask you the following question. What rhymes with orange? And you are going to respond in unison, no, it does not. Think about, okay, all right, now you got it. So explain to your parents why that's funny, okay? So let's practice. College of Engineering, what rhymes with orange? Okay, they got to hear it, right? Because I might repeat it, no, it does not. But let's try again, and I'm going to lead you through it. But full-throated, you ready? Engineers, what rhymes with orange? That is correct. As you can see, Mr. President. Okay, you got the idea, okay? Now you can sit. Oh, You think they're clapping now, wait till Sunday, right? Yeah, because like 2/3 of the audience is going to be blown away by this. Okay, this concludes our celebration. Thank you everyone for joining us for the festive occasion, and warmest congratulations to our graduates. Thank you.
Thank you all for attending today's celebration. At this time, the ceremony has concluded. We ask that the audience please remain in their seats until the platform party and graduates have recessed. Graduates, please follow your line marshals to the outer bowl and follow the drum line to the Husky Hospitality Hub. Guests, after the graduates have recessed, please make your way to the exits nearest to you so that we may prepare for the next event. And please join your graduates at the Husky Hospitality Hub at Cabot Cage on Huntington Avenue for photos, games, and light refreshments. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your day.